Hey, what's happening? So I've been researching barrel accuracy again, and see there's a lot of different ideas behind what makes a paintball fly accurately, and all of them have to do with the barrel and the area put behind it. Actually, not even necessarily the area put behind it. Whether it flies faster and deviates more kind of has to do with how quickly or what kind of air you're putting behind it. If you're putting behind it CO2, then it'll be more inconsistent. But with a fairly accurate barrel, with something that the paintball leaves the barrel more consistently, then any differences in speed should really be seen on the vertical plane and not so much on the horizontal plane. So negating that as an accuracy effect, everything is based on how it leaves the paintball barrel. So there's the rear of the barrel, and how the paintball size compares to the bore size of the barrel. Previous video I posted when I was setting up the sights on the Tippmann 98 and complaining about how inaccurate the 14-inch barrel is. I took the paintballs and I got my calipers, and I found that these calipers are metric. I found that the paintballs were in between 1.7 millimeter or centimeter, 1.7 centimeter and 1.8 centimeter. So at their smallest, they're like 0.67. Whereas on the packaging, the paintballs that I bought, I don't think they gave me any more information other than they are a 68 caliber. But they're actually a 67. So that is going to make the paintballs fly out of the barrel really, really inconsistently. They could roll along any side of the barrel, putting spin on the paintball, and yes, spin does affect the flight pattern of a paintball, even a small amount of it, which is typically seen after about 30 feet. You'll see it spin off in some direction. With the Apex barrel, it shoots straight up to about 25-30 feet, and then you'll see it like tip up or tip down or spin to the left or spin to the right. And I found that barrel to be really, really accurate, and I think the reason is the paintball leaves the barrel more consistently because of the flap that puts a spin on the ball. You're controlling how it leaves the barrel, and therefore more consistent. Here we see a Hammerhead barrel kit. I can't zoom in. Oh yeah, I can. Alright, so you've got these, you're not capturing my cursor. 1 second. Let me just make sure you can see my cursor. The display capture cursor, okay. That'll make things better. Alright, now you can see my cursor. So these are the barrel adapters. They basically have them in different calibers. I don't have the screen open that shows just those. They have them in different calibers so that you can get the bore size of your paintball barrel to match the paintball itself better. But the kits I've found have a minimum size of 0.679. That is 0.009 inches larger than what I'm looking for. So let's see, 0.009 is, you know, a lot. Okay, wait a minute. I'm having a lapse here. 10 millimeters is 1 centimeter. So that is less than that's a fifth of a millimeter off. A fifth of a millimeter. That's, you know, at least that's a lot closer than what I'm dealing with right now. Actually, I don't know if my paintball barrel size is much larger than that. I mean, I tried with the caliper, but it's kind of tough to measure the internal. the internal size of the barrel. I don't think it's too far off, but there's definitely like 1 millimeter or 2 millimeters of room inside of the barrel that the paintball is just free. Like, it'll roll right out of the barrel. So if it's able to roll out of the barrel, then it is not going to come out consistently. But I've also heard there's these Freak barrels, and they're interesting. So you can actually get an adapter, so you can plug that onto whatever barrel you have, and then start putting the Freak adapters in. They do the same thing that the Hammerhead fins do. You get like full sets of them where they basically fit inside of the barrel and change the bore size. They're like, what, 4, 5, maybe 6 inches long? Maybe as much as 8 inches long. And apparently, past that point, the barrel doesn't matter. And that was displayed pretty clearly with the 14-inch barrel. I thought it was about as accurate as the stock 8-inch barrel from my old 98. It's just not very good. So if accuracy in the barrel after 8 inches doesn't matter how long your barrel is, it's not going to be more accurate, then the Freak barrel seems like a good idea. Because if we look at their, I saw the All-American, and I think it had porting after that. Actually, I think I was looking at that just there. Let me just go back a second. There's the All-American. It looks like, oh yeah, both of them are. It looks like they have porting. I can't zoom in on it, sorry. Not very well. Can you see that? Yeah, so see these little holes? It looks like that's where the Freak barrel adapter goes, that first section there. And it has a little see-through part where you can see the color of the insert for some reason. All of that would be pretty much hidden by my barrel shroud, so I don't really care. But all of this looks like straight drilled porting. So basically, this back part of the barrel, where it is adjusted to your bore or your paintball size, you're adjusting the bore size of the barrel, is an active part of the barrel that controls the flight of the paintball. And then after that, you have all of this porting to let air in behind the paintball to help it, you know, return to its roundish shape as much as possible. So basically the advantage I see in the Freak barrel system over top of the Hammerhead barrel system is air consumption. I think because you have, say, because I'm using a 14-inch barrel with no porting until the muzzle brake, like that's the only porting on this barrel, I need to put enough air behind that paintball until it reaches that porting. That's like 13 inches of barrel. Whereas this one, I only have to put air behind 8 inches of barrel. Which means I put a lot less air behind a ball to make it go just as fast. So air consumption in the Freak barrel system, at least I think, should be less. Now I'm debating if I buy, it's basically going to be about $200 for me no matter what to get one of these sets or to get the Hammerhead barrel set. I think I'm ultimately going to go with the Freak barrel system. I'm debating if I get the just a couple of the fins, because they do have a 679 in stock in Whitby, and I go there like 3 times a week, so I could pick one up there easily and do a barrel test on the weekend. But I don't know if it's worth it if I'm just going to be buying the Freak barrel system anyway, because I think this is a better system. But without having anyone set up a comprehensive test, like actually put a marker in a gun rest and sight it in and have multiple cameras, that's what I plan on doing, but I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen anyone do that yet. Everyone just like hand holds the marker or whatever. So I don't know, it's a tough decision. I theoretically, I think the Freak is a better option because of the porting through the barrel and honestly the barrel being unnecessary. To get something similar but not exact. Okay, so this is a $160 fairly large kit of different bore sizes and one barrel. You get to choose whether you want the All-American or the Freak, and it basically looks like the All-American has the porting wrapped around it and the Freak has straight lines of porting. Doesn't seem like there would be much difference with that. So this is a huge set. There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different bore sizes that you can match to for $160. If I'm to look at Hammerhead, I think I closed down. No, here they are. Hammerhead is $170 for 3 adapters and a barrel and a hard case and a ball gauge. But honestly, the adapters are your ball gauge. Just drop paintballs through them, and when one sticks, that should be the right one, or maybe a size under. The I gotta scroll that up though. How do I move that around? There, I can move it, but I can't show you with my face in the way. Let me just move myself. Oops. No, don't do that. Oh, damn. I'm gonna move myself over there. Okay. This here, that muzzle brake, has reverse drilled ports in it. That's supposed to do the same thing as what you see on the Freak barrel system, where all that porting is, but you still have to shoot through a lot more barrel before you reach that porting. So air consumption, I don't know how big a deal it would be, but I think the Freak barrels would be better for air consumption. That is a really cool muzzle brake though. Yeah. I think I'll go with the Freak system. I'll give it a comprehensive test when I get it in. I don't think I'm going to buy the Hammerhead fins, just because I think it would be a waste of money. I'd be spending like $50 on a couple of fins, and then I'll buy the Freak system and I won't have any use for the fins anymore. So yeah, I'll probably buy the Freak system. I think I might buy some new cameras first though. I got a couple lined up. I'm also kind of excited about this. The little adapter for the Freak barrels, where you can just well, there is a cheap one. There are 3 insert ones, but I need the 679, so I'll probably save money, at least like 50 or 60 bucks, by buying a smaller set. I think I can buy the adapters separately anyway. I just need to find one that has the 679, because I seem to be firing really, really small paint. And I do hope to buy some reballs soon, so they're a pretty small caliber. I will do some shopping, and when I get this barrel in, you'll find out about it. Yeah.